This is Cannabis Growers Radio, your source of insights, tips, and secrets from the leaders in the world of cannabis and hemp. Now, here is your host, Tracy Kawahau.
Today's guest is Mike Girocco. He's a successful cannabis entrepreneur outside there, Oklahoma City. He's the CEO of this company called Releaf Labs. And so listen in and hope you enjoyed today's interview. Welcome in. Today our guest is Mike Girocco, CEO of Releaf Labs. And we're going to find out a little bit about him and his operations here in Oklahoma. So Michael, thanks for being here, showing up with us. Could you tell us a little bit about how you got into the cannabis industry?
Certainly. I lived in Los Angeles from 1996 through 2016. I saw the state go from black market to medical to then recreational. I was always intrigued with the industry. I was intrigued with the medicinal properties of the cannabis plant and the health benefits, especially as it related to PTSD and epilepsy. And I had a very close family member that was addicted to opiates for 20 years, and it essentially ruined his life. And so I looked at the cannabis industry as a healthy alternative to prescription painkillers.
Excellent. So that's your focus right now for your business?
Yeah, absolutely. We're Oklahoma, as you know, went legal on the 26th of October. We've been kind of on a fast track as a processor to produce the very best, most pure medicine that we possibly can. We do vape cartridges and concentrates, fully distilled and winterized. We use a CO2 processing method, and we're just trying to meet market demand, which is huge. The state of Oklahoma has set new records as far as patient licenses. The prior record, I believe, was Colorado for medical licenses. They did 47,000 their first year. We are 7 months into legalization, and we've done almost 90,000.
Wow. So it's hard for you to keep up the demand at the current.
Exactly right. It's very it's challenging. It's challenging to find enough feedstocks that we can produce our product, and it's also challenging to be able to produce enough medicine to serve the Oklahoma market.
Are you open to finding new feedstocks here in Oklahoma?
Oh, absolutely. I'm constantly on the hunt for growers that we can make alliances with. Our value proposition to the grower is we will take all of your product. You can have one point of sale, and we will buy it all. That way you don't have to have a sales staff. You don't need to go to umpteen dispensaries, and we will, make it easy for you.
That's excellent. So you can move into an arrangement with these growers that are growing. Do you have restrictions or types of grow that you're looking at? Or
not necessarily. We need some kind of at least critical mass. So we need volume. It also needs to be organically grown, free of pesticides, and we do our own testing. But we will also pay a little bit of a premium for product that has already been tested.
Excellent. So, tell me a little bit about Releaf Labs again. You're vertically integrated, aren't you? I mean,
we do. We have currently we have alliances with. We have 4,000 feet of our own grow. We have alliances with growers here in Oklahoma City as well as in Tulsa. And then they produce a portion of our necessary feedstock, but not all of it. And so I'm constantly on the hunt to find more. Our process is we will take the product, preferably trim. We will grind it. We bake it. We have a CO2 20-liter processor that could actually do approximately 240 pounds of material a day, which is huge. It then goes into a winterization process whereby we add ethanol to retrieve, basically to eliminate the waxes and the plant material. We then go into a evaporation process and a vacuum oven, which extracts back out all of the ethanol that we use to basically purify the product. And then we do it one final level, which is a distillation process where it becomes concentrated and the THC is enhanced, or we ended up with probably 97% pure THC. At that point in time, depending on the product that we're producing, we will either add in a fruit-based terpene or a natural terpene that is extracted from the plant that we're processing. We go to packaging and go to sale.
Cool. So looking at this industry now, and like I mentioned before, we're focusing growers and people that want to grow as well. From your wealth of experience, looking forward either as a processor or as a grower, what kind of advice that you know from a principle base, things that you've learned along the way that they may not have heard or read or saw on YouTube, things that come from that experience? What kind of insight could you share with these guys?
Well, I would make sure that, especially in Oklahoma, because business licenses are readily available and there's no moratorium on the number. So we believe at within the next 6 months there will be significant growing, processing, dispensing as well. We think it's going to be a little bit of a numbers game in that there's going to be tremendous competition and prevalence of product. And so my best advice to anybody getting into the business would be to make sure you have significant cash reserves, because as it stands right now, it's the demand is there, but once supply catches up with demand and perhaps surpasses it, then we could get into a situation where we're dealing with slimmer margins and more competition and so on and so forth.
Cool. Anything else you want to share with us? Share with growers or processors?
Just that if you're a grower, I would love to have a relationship with you. And it's relieflaboratories.com. Michael Girocco.
And what we'll do is we'll put your name and information on the podcast so people can look it up and contact you directly as well. We'll do that.
Very good. Very good. And we're available to any licensed dispensary. We produce a tremendous quality product and we sell it at a very fair price.
Excellent. Well, Michael, thank you so much for being with us today, and we'll be hearing from you again.
You bet.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Hey, thanks so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed today's show and want to know how you can help us get the news out to other professional cannabis and hemp growers, please give us a 5-star rating and, of course, subscribe on your favorite platform. As always, a special thank you to all of you passionate growers that have dedicated your lives to constantly improve cannabis and hemp and the products we get from them. You are the reason we are here. Until next time, stay curious.